The Minnesota Timberwolves brought NBA basketball back to Minneapolis in 1989 as one of 4 expansion teams, the others being the Miami Heat, Charlotte Hornets, and Orlando Magic. The Timberwolves' first season was a 22-win affair led by none other than Tony Campbell, who ended up holding the first scoring record for the franchise with 4,888 points scored. However, success certainly didn't come quickly or easy for the budding franchise. The Timberwolves only won 83 games in the next 4 years, adding players like Christian Laettner and Isaiah Rider in the middle of those years. It got so bad that the original owners almost sold the team to New Orleans in 1994, but Glenn Taylor bought the team after the proposed move was rejected by other NBA owners.
That very next year, the Wolves went 21-61, and this allowed the team to select Kevin Garnett with the 5th pick in the 1995 draft. Christian Laettner was traded for Andrew Lang and Spud Webb, and Donyell Marshall was traded for Tom Gugliotta the season before. The GM at the time, Kevin McHale, set this team up to allow Garnett to be the go-to scorer in the post. Garnett finished his rookie season averaging 10.4 points per game, and the Wolves finished with 26 wins. However, at the draft, the Wolves traded Ray Allen for the 4th pick, which was Stephon Marbury. Marbury had a positive effect on the entire team, and the next season, Garnett and Gugliotta were the first Timberwolves to ever be elected to the All-Star team. Those two led the team in scoring, and the trio of Marbury, Garnett, and Gugliotta led the Wolves to a 40-42 record, which was good enough for the first playoff appearance of the franchise. The next season, things only began to improve, and despite losing Gugliotta for half the season, Marbury and Garnett led the Wolves to their first winning record at 45-37, and appeared in the playoffs for the second year in a row. This success didn't last long, however, as once Garnett got his 6-year, $126 million contract, the Wolves allowed Gugliotta to walk in part to give Marbury a long-term extension. However, Marbury essentially forced a mid-season trade by refusing to sign an extension, so the Wolves got Terrell Brandon and the eventual 6th pick in the 1999 draft. To make things even more difficult for the Wolves, they were stripped of their 2001, 2002, and 2004 first-round picks due to a violation of procedure for signing a free agent contract with Joe Smith in 2000. Fast forward several 50-win seasons, consecutive first-round exits, and playoff failures. Kevin Garnett forces his way out of Minnesota in 2007 in the largest amount of assets traded for a single player in NBA history. The Wolves received Al Jefferson, Theo Ratliff, Gerald Green, Sebastian Telfair, Brian Gomes, 2 first-round picks and cash considerations in exchange for sending Kevin Garnett to the Celtics. After several years of mediocrity and lackluster basketball, July 12, 2010 began the Kevin Love era. On this date, he posted the first 30-30 game in 28 years in a win over the New York Knicks. However, there was largely nothing to speak of for the franchise in the next 4 years, as despite Kevin Love posting amazing personal stats, his play did not lead to success of the team, among other factors. So in 2014, the Wolves received Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Bennett, Thaddeus Young, and a trade exception in exchange for sending Kevin Love to the Cavaliers. This was the beginning of what was seen as an exciting future for the Timberwolves. Wiggins became the first ever Rookie of the Year in franchise history, and Zach LaVine won the dunk contest in 2015. That offseason, the Timberwolves won the lottery and selected franchise player Karl Anthony Towns with the first overall pick in the 2015 draft. Then in 2017, the Wolves sent Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and the 7th pick to the Bulls for Jimmy Butler and the 16th pick. This move brought the Wolves to their first winning record in 13 years, posting 47 wins and a first-round loss to the Rockets. Due to troubles in their locker room, Butler was traded the next season to the Philadelphia 76ers for Robert Covington, Dario Saric, Jared Bayless, and a 2022 second-round pick. Then, in a trade deadline deal in the 2020 season, Andrew Wiggins was sent to the Golden State Warriors along with a protected 2021 first-round pick in exchange for Karl Anthony Towns' longtime friend D'Angelo Russell. It's clear to see that this franchise is plagued by mediocrity despite having several stars in its past. However, many moves have been made in the front office recently, such as the hiring of Gerson Rosas as new president of basketball operations and Ryan Saunders as the new head coach. With young talent like Cat and D'Lo, it's clear this franchise is ready to start a new era in Minnesota.